That's about it. Hello everybody, welcome. Yeah, just here, I'm just doing some trimming these tea bowls. I'm trimming them on a bisque-fired cone, which I've centered and held down with lumps of clay. So, just going to center this guy out. Push down a bit so he bites into the cone. Yeah, it's a beautiful day today. It's Thursday, it's the 26th. 26th of April. Yeah, I just threw these only a short while ago and I've had them out in the sunshine drying off. Being very, very vigilant, of course, not to let them get too dry. Like on one side, you know. Be very careful if you're drying anything in the sun. Don't leave it more than 5 or 10 minutes and you've got to keep turning it around, you know. Yeah, I was just doing these, so I thought, let's do a video. And I did promise that I would do a video, which I haven't done, of some more paddling and opening out forms, which I haven't done yet. Simply because I've got bogged down with this upcoming glaze firing, which is containing a lot of a lot of raw, not bisque, a lot of raw pots. These being, I've made these this morning, they're going to be glaze fired tomorrow, how about that? So, yeah, so here we go. This is actually a paddled form. And paddled with this paddle. Thank you, Mr. Joey Wade, wherever you are. He gave me this paddle to keep practicing written on the back, and this. So I thought, I must use that. I must use that guy because I haven't used it until now. It's kind of, I think, going to be an interesting surface decoration impression, and I'm planning to let wood ash run down over that. While I'm in the thank you mood, I must thank, and I'll show you. Where is it? I have to thank Denny and I think it's Brad, who sent me this wonderful stool for really for my electric wheel, but they've gone to great lengths to carve my name in it and keep practicing. So just wanted to give a shout out. I don't know if they want to make more of these or if anybody else is interested in them. They are actually, it's a very, very comfortable stool, you know, for, because it's nice and broad and it's got these cutouts for your legs. So I just wanted to give them a shout out and a big thank you, Denny and Brad. And yeah, if anybody's interested in having more of these made, I don't know if they're interested in making more even, but it's a hefty, solid piece of craftsmanship. Okay, where were we? That was just a slight diversion there. Yeah, let me just show you a couple more of these I've done. There's another one. and another guy here. I think these could be quite, they feel really nice in the hand with this sort of texture impression, you know. This one is a slightly different one. That one was done, of course, with the sushi mat. That kind of looks, that also very nice to, feels great in the hand, that. Let me see, I've got a couple more to do here. Let's bring that camera in, shall we? I know you like a bit of detail. Hang on. Something like that. I shall have to get one of those GoPro kind of cameras that I stick on my eyebrow, as it were. Actually, I'll be honest with you, I had one of those cameras years ago. It wasn't a special one, it was just one I strapped to the side of my head, and I made some videos and everybody complained. Oh Simon, we're making us dizzy. Take that thing off. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to seeing these coming out of the kiln, considering I'm only making them now and they're going to be fired tomorrow. That's pretty radical. I like it. Just like the speed, you know, the momentum of making and firing so close together, and decoration, surface treatment, whatever it is. I always like, just pull the camera back a touch, otherwise other way. I always like, I don't know if you can notice it, I always like an angle there on the foot, you see that? Because it relates to this angle here. As always, I think it's nice to, where possible, try to integrate the different parts of the pot together by thinking a little bit along those lines, you know, by relating one part of the pot to another. Yeah. So, are we properly in the picture? Yeah. Yep. So sometimes if your tea bowl has a little bit of an uneven rim, by using a cone like this, you're not sort of impinging on the wheel head directly down when you put it down, you know, prior to trimming. I like to try to trim, you know, pots rather, or at least I'm aiming to try to trim them rather quickly, so you get rather fresh cut marks in the clay, a little bit direct, and You don't want to, I don't think, with the trim tool, when you're cutting, to be cutting very, very, very gingerly, you know. You want to, I think, see the rather direct cut of the tool right into the clay rather quickly, in and out, to sort of impart freshness in the work. I think that's what we're aiming at, or at least what's what I'm aiming at. It's my theory and I'm sticking to it. Now, let me just talk about this a second. I don't know if you can see that. I can see it at the minute either, because the sun is in the viewfinder here. I don't know if you can see, there's a little squiggle that happens in the bottom there. You see, now I like that, but I just try and let it happen naturally. They don't all look like that. There's another one. There's another one. I'll show you a few, just to show you, you see. I like that. There's a lot of, you see, the carving of the foot of a T-bolt is, what's going on there? Very personal, and you get rather, so, and now this guy. So I'm looking at the form, you see, looking at the form of the T-bolt. A little bit of flare out on the lip, just a little. That actually makes it nice to drink out of. Coming in here at this point, cutting in the foot. I tend to like my feet so they're slightly at an angle there, if you see what I mean. And then this angle here, you see, that is relating to that there. So looking for something that really looks balanced. It looks like you want to pick it up, you know, you want to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get too sort of hung up on the whys and wherefores, but this is certainly very nice to hold, and I think that should be definitely a consideration. It wants to be nice to look at, doesn't it? Nice to hold. Next time I open the cupboard for a tea and I see some mugs there, or cups there, or tea bowls, they all sort of say, they're all shouting at me saying, "Oh, pick me, pick me, pick me!" And I might say, "No, you're too big today, I fancy something smaller." Or, "Oh, well, you and me haven't had a chat for a while, so, you know, I'll take you." I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, there it is, folks. There's just a few T-bowls there. I've got a few more. Let me just whip the camera off the tripod here. And I've got some bottles here that I made. I'm just putting these upside down so that hopefully the wind doesn't blow them over. I'm trying to dry them out a bit on the bottoms, you see, because they can get rather uneven otherwise. These are some here. I'm going to probably do a Hakami on these. Hakami with a clear glaze over the top and an iron oxide decoration. And these are just sort of different forms here. They're all along the same lines, aren't they? If you see what I mean. Yeah, so some rather plain on the outside because I'm thinking about Hakami. Another one here. This one is, you see, it's got these kind of ridges in it because I use the edge of the trim tool to carve that. And then I put the little nicks there, you see, these little nicks. So they that'll have like a runny glaze that will run, but this will act as where the glaze will pool here above this ledge, but then where the little nick is, that's where it'll run down, you see, onto the next level. So I'm looking for, you need to think about that, think about the different, you know, the glaze that you're going to put on, and the different manner in which it will. I've got some, this is all raw here, waiting to go in. Field glaze, this is a celadon for raw here. We've got some flowers there in the background on that one. Some of these are still gonna, some little oil lamps there. So yeah, some Hakame on that tankard there. I'll be waiting for. Yeah, so that's it. That's it in a nutshell. And these guys which we just did. Hey, thanks folks for joining us. And go to my website, simonleachpottery.com, and look to see if there's anything you need there in the way of tools, or if you want to come on a workshop. We've got vacancies in June. May is full, but June we've got vacancies there. July, August, September, October and November. There's vacancies all through there. They probably will fill up in time. If you're thinking ahead anyway, you can, even just thinking as far as June, you can come. There's some places there. So come along and have a go at doing some raw glazing. I encourage you to do that. And I will be sharing with you my results, warts and all. That's the only way we learn, isn't it? We have to sometimes take a plunge, go somewhere where we've never been before maybe, and try something new. So don't be afraid to do that. Be bold, be strong, and keep practicing. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.